Imagine the aroma of sizzling garlic wafting through your kitchen, mingling with the delicate scent of fresh herbs and the subtle brininess of the sea. Tonight, you're about to embark on a culinary journey, transforming a handful of simple ingredients into a restaurant-worthy dish, Shrimp Scampi with Linguini. It's a classic that never fails to impress, both comforting and elegant, and it promises to awaken your senses with every bite. Let's begin with the star of the show, the shrimp. Choose large, plump shrimp, ideally deveined and peeled, leaving the tails on for a touch of flair. Shrimp cook quickly and absorb flavors beautifully, making them perfect for this quick, weeknight meal that still feels like a special occasion. Pat them dry and season lightly with salt and freshly ground black pepper. This simple step ensures maximum flavor and that irresistible golden sear when they hit the hot pan. Now, it's time to set the stage for your pasta. Bring a generous pot of salted water to a rolling boil and drop in the linguini. This flat, ribbon-like pasta is the perfect vessel to catch the luscious scampi sauce. Cook it until just al dente, tender but with a pleasant bite, because it will finish cooking in the pan with the sauce, soaking up every last drop of flavor. While the pasta bubbles away, turn your attention to the sauce. In a large, heavy skillet, melt a generous knob of butter with a glug of extra virgin olive oil. The butter adds richness, while the oil prevents it from burning, creating a perfect base for sautéing. Into the shimmering fat, scatter finely chopped garlic. Don't be shy, garlic is the soul of scampi. Let it sizzle gently, releasing its sweet and pungent aroma, but be careful not to let it brown. Just as the garlic turns fragrant, add a pinch of red pepper flakes. This brings a subtle heat that dances on the tongue, elevating the dish without overpowering the other flavors. Now, nestle the seasoned shrimp into the pan in a single layer. They'll cook in just a couple of minutes per side, turning from translucent to a vibrant pink. As they cook, the shrimp release their sweet juices into the butter and oil, infusing the sauce with a taste of the sea. Once the shrimp are just cooked through, remove them briefly from the pan to prevent overcooking. It's time for the magic ingredient, white wine. Pour it into the hot skillet and listen as it sizzles and steams, picking up all the browned bits left by the shrimp and garlic. The wine brings brightness and depth, balancing the richness of the butter and the sweetness of the shrimp. Let it bubble away for a minute or two, reducing slightly and intensifying in flavor. Once the wine has reduced, squeeze in the juice of a fresh lemon. The acidity cuts through the richness, bringing a lively sparkle to every forkful. Add a handful of chopped fresh parsley for a burst of herbal freshness and a pop of color. Now, return the shrimp to the pan along with the cooked linguini. Toss everything together, letting the pasta finish cooking in the sauce so it can soak up every nuance. If the sauce seems too thick, add a splash of the reserved pasta water. The starch in the water helps the sauce cling to the linguini, creating a silky, cohesive dish. A final flourish of grated lemon zest and a little more parsley, and your shrimp scampi with linguini is ready to serve. The dish is a celebration of contrasts, the tender, juicy shrimp against the toothsome pasta, the richness of butter and olive oil balanced by the brightness of lemon and wine, the gentle heat of red pepper flakes playing off the sweet, aromatic garlic. To truly savor this meal, plate it up with care. Twirl the linguini onto a warm plate, nestle the juicy shrimp on top, and drizzle the garlicky, lemony sauce over everything. Perhaps add a sprinkle of freshly grated Parmesan if you like, though purists might say the dish is perfect as is. Serve with a wedge of lemon and a crusty piece of bread to mop up every last drop of sauce. As you take your first bite, notice how the flavors unfold on your palate. The shrimp are succulent and sweet, the linguini perfectly al dente, the sauce rich yet balanced by citrus and wine. The garlic and parsley provide depth and freshness, while the red pepper flakes add a gentle tingle. It's a dish that feels both indulgent and light, luxurious yet easy enough to prepare on a busy weeknight. What makes shrimp scampi with linguini so enduringly popular? It's the way it brings together the best of Italian and American home cooking. Simple, accessible ingredients transformed into something extraordinary. It's quick to prepare, ready in the time it takes to boil pasta, yet it feels like a meal you'd linger over in a candlelit trattoria. If you want to make this dish your own, there are endless ways to customize it. Add cherry tomatoes for a burst of color and sweetness, or toss in handfuls of baby spinach for extra greens. Swap linguine for spaghetti, fettuccine, or even a gluten-free alternative. For a heartier meal, add sautéed mushrooms, or finish the dish with a sprinkle of toasted breadcrumbs for crunch. Pair your shrimp scampi with a crisp, chilled glass of Pinot Grigio or Sauvignon Blanc. The wine's acidity will complement the citrusy, garlicky sauce, while its minerality echoes the briny notes of the shrimp. For a non-alcoholic option, try sparkling water with a twist of lemon or lime. Shrimp scampi with linguine isn't just about the food, it's about the experience. The act of preparing it is soothing. Slicing garlic, zesting lemons, stirring the pot. The anticipation builds as the kitchen fills with the scent of garlic and wine, and the final dish arrives at the table, steaming and glistening. It invites you to slow down, savor each bite, and maybe even share the meal with someone you love. If you're cooking for a group, the recipe scales up easily, double the quantities, and cook the shrimp in batches to ensure they sear rather than steam. Serve family style, with a big salad of arugula or mixed greens and a loaf of crusty bread. It's the kind of meal that brings people together, inviting conversation and laughter. For those who love to plan ahead, shrimp scampi can also be prepped in advance. Clean and season the shrimp, chop the garlic and parsley, and measure out your ingredients. When you're ready to cook, everything comes together in a matter of minutes, making it perfect for busy evenings. Leftovers, if you have any, reheat well. Simply warm them gently in a skillet with a splash of water or wine to loosen the sauce. The flavors deepen overnight, making tomorrow's lunch just as delicious as tonight's dinner. When you savor shrimp scampi with linguine, you're enjoying more than just a meal. You're partaking in a tradition that stretches back generations, from Italian-American kitchens to bustling restaurants, and now, your own home. It's proof that with a few quality ingredients and a bit of care, you can create something truly memorable. So, tonight, treat yourself. Light a candle, put on your favorite music, and pour a glass of wine. Let the simple act of cooking and dining well be an expression of joy. Whether you're feeding family, friends, or just yourself, shrimp scampi with linguine is a reminder that some of life's greatest pleasures are also the easiest to achieve. As you sit down to your plate of glistening linguine and tender shrimp, take a moment to appreciate the harmony of flavors and textures. The meal is more than the sum of its parts, a celebration of good ingredients, careful preparation, and the simple joy of sharing delicious food. Enjoy every bite and savor the experience of bringing a bit of culinary magic into your home tonight.